Today on the channel, we got the latest and greatest from the Four Horsemen in the Graveyard Skeletons. And in this video, find out how you can win your very own set.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Four Horsemen Mythic Legions unboxing and review. And today we got a 4-pack. We got the Graveyard Skeletons. But of course, for all your Graveyard Skeleton needs and a whole lot more, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15%. Yes, 15%. Got to get a deal out there. And that's exactly what I did. Pick this up at jaystoysandgames.com. And jaystoysandgames.com over there said, hey, Kyle, we know you got the 5-year anniversary of your YouTube channel coming. That's a big deal. Almost at 50,000 subscribers. They wanted to be a part of the giveaway, and we will do this as our giveaway. We're going to select a winner in that 5-year anniversary special episode. So you'll want to make sure you subscribe to both of my YouTube channels. Follow me on social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and Instagram, and of course TikTok as well. Stay in the loop, subscribe to all that kind of stuff there. But we will give this away on Instagram, and I'll tell you right now how you can win this. Head to my Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. Make sure you're following my Instagram. Make sure you're following Jay's Toys and Games Instagram as well. So you got to be following both of us to be able to win. And then you need to tag 3 people in the comments. There will be a tagged post on my Instagram. It will be there, pretty easy to find, I would imagine. But you have to make sure you're following Jay's Toys and Games. You're following me, and you got to tag 3 people in the comments. Bonus points if you subscribe to my YouTube channels as well. But we will give this away on the 5-year anniversary episode, so you'll want to stay tuned for that. You're going to need to watch that one to see if you are the winner. But shout out to Jay's Toys and Games for the generous donation, generous giveaway, I should say, more like it. For this very YouTube channel. So shout out to them once again. But of course, we're going to unbox one of these. My personal one we're going to unbox here on the channel. This isn't the giveaway one. We got a brand new one as the giveaway one. But we're going to unbox this one, and we're going to do it like we do all the other ones on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We got some spooky skeletons. Everybody likes a skeleton. You could call this an army builder pack. You could call this a Halloween special pack. You could call it the choose your own adventure. A skeleton pack is what you can do. You can mix it with your legions, mix it wherever you want to do. There's a lot of uses for this one here. And I think we're going to see more Four Horsemen, Mythic Legion type figures that maybe you can use for different stuff that isn't really part of the mythos, whatever you want to call it. But these can do a lot of different things in your collection, and they can be with your Mythic Legions if you want them to be as well. But it is cool to get the new skeleton, a little bit of twists and turns, some differences on this one. And of course, we'll do some comparisons later in this video, so stay tuned for that. But we do get the big 4-pack window box here, beautiful window box. Maybe you'll see these skeletons in a graveyard and they can sign it for you. Who knows? Maybe. Graveyard skeletons right there. A very cool grave. Would have been nice to have the grave in with this one. But I do love the box set. I love the dull, dark color tones on this one. And skeletons can be very scary, but they can also be kind of fun. And that's what we get here. You get both kind of ends of the spectrum of a skeleton here. You can have them as evil and scary, or you can have some fun heads on them as well. So as we always say, choose your own adventure. 4 Horsemen on the side of the package right there. A little tree action as well. 4 Horsemen logo at the top. Jibber jabber UPCs on the bottom. Then on the back, you get a little nice glamour shot there. You get a nice old spooky church here, the graveyard, all that kind of stuff going on. You do got some tail of the tapes over here as far as who worked on these figures. And it does say to see the entire collection, please visit sourcehorseman.com. Would have loved, I don't think we get these gravestones, but it would have been cool to have a little diorama to put with these guys for sure. But I'm going to pull them out of the package, and we're going to see what all the fuss is about, like we always do, of course. We do get the little pamphlet in here. Heat up your joints is what it says. See you later, Spider-Man style, of course. Nothing else in there. Little background, so I guess you kind of do get a diorama in here. You do get the background. And oh, man, that paint. Ooh, that is some factory paint right there. Off to the side. See you later, of course. And then we do get plastic prisons. So we get all kinds of hands, weapons, all kinds of stuff going on. A little pamphlet as well. We're going to dive into that. And then we do get the 4 skeletons right here. 3 different heads. Got to have 4 heads, don't we? 4 heads? No? Oh, yeah, we got one little kind of half head over there. I don't know. There's a lot going on in this pack here, but I'm going to take it offline, get these skeletons out, get the accessories out. We'll be back talking all things graveyard skeletons. All right, let's dive into the graveyard skeletons. Once again, this being a skeleton army builder pack, we got 4 skeletons. They're all identical, so we'll only be looking at one, but we'll have some group shots, of course, in the glamour shots in this very video. Let's start with the accessories. Before we get to the accessories, let's start with this little pamphlet we got here. Love things like this. You always should be promoting your wares out there. That's what they're doing right here. Promoting all the different lines that are coming. A lot of the stuff they've had already. Stuff we've seen. Stuff maybe we haven't seen. Very, very fun. This reminds me of my 90s toy collecting childhood. Getting a lot of Kenner figures back in the day. And you get those little pamphlets inside that would show a lot of stuff. It was a great checklist of what you needed. It'd be something I would circle stuff, hand it to my grandma, said, well, you know, Christmas is coming up, Grandma. I circled a couple of things you might be interested in. And maybe you could do this as well. Maybe I'll circle a couple of things and give them to my wife. And so we'll see what happens here. But very cool, promoting some of the waves here. Mythic Legends, Legacies of Mythos. Looks to be maybe a kind of a greatest hits release coming in the future. And then keeping it about the skeletons. Oh, look at that. You got the dragon. Of course, crowdfund on the dragon going on right now. Get your dragon, of course. But we also see you were invited back to the graveyard October 2025. So we're going to get more skeletons. We're going to get something else, another builder pack. Be kind of cool if every Halloween we had some kind of a release. But it looks like this is going to be for October, where we just got this one here in March. I don't know. Something like the graveyard sets, I really feel should release around Halloween. I think that would be a very fun thing to do. I don't know. To each their own, of course. Off to the side. See you later. Goodbye. But now let's dive into the figure here. That's what we're here for, of course. But let's dive into the accessories first here before we start into the figures. And I guess we'll start with the shields. 2 shields with this one. We saw this in a different color with the original skeleton release. Got the handles on there looking very good. Of course, those skeletons, they want to be able to protect themselves, as we know. But we do got 2 shields ready to go right there. We do get 2 swords as well. Same sword times 2. Once again, reused from that last pack. All in a nice grayscale going on, ready to defend whatever they need to. Same thing with 2 spears here. So 2 of them get a spears, 2 of them get a sword. You're off to the races, but you do get the 2 spears, all in a grayscale. Nice blade at the top. Nice handle, once again. Seen it before. I'm sure we'll see it again, no doubt about it. Now, we do get a lot of different hands here. We got 2 gripping hands on all the skeletons out of the package. We also get 2 other gripping hands here. Of course, different hinges, vertical, horizontal. How do you like it? We get the gripping hands. You definitely need a few of those. We also got the splayed out hand here, and we got the what you gonna do, brother hands going on here as well. So we got the pointer finger hands, or the I'm coming to get you hands, however you want to use them in your skeletons, of course. And then we do get a little bit of, I always call them the maniacal hands, kind of the, like this kind of hand. So we get 2 of those there. As I throw it right off the table. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? We do get some large fingered hands here. Once again, kind of the pointing finger, come hither hands. Got those going on. And then once again, 2 more pointing hands. So once again, you got 4 of these guys. So you can mix and match, change them up, make them as different as possible. We always say that on this very YouTube channel. Whenever there's a chase, a variant of something, make it as different as you can. Give them different hands, give them different weapons. Make them feel different, of course. Now, this is pretty cool. We did get 1 extra set of feet. A little interesting there. But this one seemingly has long toenails. So I guess you want one of these guys with longer toenails. I don't know why you wouldn't. I feel like you got to make use of this. Once again, that goes back to the fact of trying to make them as different as possible. That's what that would do there. Now diving into the head sculpts and diving into the skeleton. Of course, right out of the pack, you get the traditional skeleton head here. Got the movable jaw on it. That is so important on skeleton figures. I don't care if we're talking He-Man. I don't care what we're talking. You want a movable jaw on a skeleton. Just a way to make them have more personality than a skeleton already does, of course. Big sunken in eyes like a skeleton would have. A nice gray kind of skeleton color to it. Usually you see the bone white, you see the grays, the darks. Looking very nice right here. No problems with it. Cracks in the cranium, of course. Looking very cool, though. And the articulation, very nice on it as well. Head going to be removable. We'll dive into articulation here in a second. But we do get more heads with this one. We get a bit of a vampire skeleton head over here. Once again, you got the movable jaw on it. Like that for sure. Definitely going to be using one of these along the way. Very, very cool. I guess you put that with the extra spiky fingers and the extra spiky toenails guy, I guess is what you can do. But I love the vampire head right there. And then a little comic relief, you do got a little pumpkin, a jack-o'-lantern head on here. Nice grayscale to it. I guess you could pretend it's like a skeleton, got this stuck on his head, or this is his head, whatever you want to do. Feel like you have to use this, especially if you're using this for Halloween decorations. You got to use this one there, but it is something different. I'm here for that. And then I guess we get skull mask, I guess. We've heard of like Leatherface wearing the face of his victims, I guess. And we can do that with the skeletons as well. So we get two of the identical heads here, or half heads, we'll call them. But one is black, one is white. You got to choose your own adventure, but it fits over the top, I believe. Yeah, it just kind of plugs over the top of the skeleton head. So if a skeleton wants to wear the face of another skeleton, hey, choose your own skeleton adventure. I guess the body's dead and rotted away. They're just going to play is what those skeletons are going to do. But you get two of these here to mix and match. So a lot of options in the head, hand, and even feet variety for these guys, which is pretty cool there. No articulation real quick on this one. We walk through the head on there, but the arms do go all the way around. You do get a single jointed elbow. You do get side to side, hands back and forth, side to side. Hands going to be removable. Dumbbell joint way up high up there for him there. And of course, most skeletons I know, great gymnasts. There's none of that skin getting in the way. So you can do the full on split if you need him to, of course. And then of course, legs do go up way up there for the big boot if you need to. Single jointed knee on this guy right here. Very tight knee, single jointed right there. You do got the pins in the knees, like a young Todd McFarlane over there, pinned knees there. Ankles back and forth, side to side, up and down. And of course, ankles going to be removable on this one, as we do know. But it is your typical skeleton body. We've seen this before, just a different shade, different color, skin tone, bone tone. How about for this bad boy here? You got the big rib cage going on, the pelvis. Just a way to help your kids learn the anatomy of a skeleton, I guess, with this guy as well. If you want to grab other pieces, obviously you can mix and match heads and armor. You got the holes in the back if you want to do that, if that is your kind of thing as well. But it is a plain Jane skeleton, but that's really kind of what a skeleton should be, especially graveyard skeletons. Would have been cool to have a little diorama or something to have them coming up out of the ground, or some headstones or something. I guess you make your own, you choose your own adventure. But a very fun set, whether you're using it for just Halloween time frame, you're mixing it with your Legion figures, or heck, you're putting this with your Marvel Legends or something like that as a skeleton army. There's a lot of uses for stuff like this. There's a lot of collectors out there that collect just skeletons. So I think there is multi-use for this set, no doubt about it. And of course, available right now at jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15%. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Love the looks of that. He does fit on a ringside collector's stand, of course, as well. Make sure you get the WWE stand if you're looking for that. I do got the other skeleton we just recently unboxed. Same exact figure, same weapons, just a different color. Just depends. How do you like your color of your skeletons? I usually think of this color for most of my skeletons, but this is pretty cool. This is a little dark, a little evil. You could have this guy leading the charge, maybe leading those four guys if you want to. You got to choose your own skeleton adventure, of course, at the end of the day. But a lot of fun with this pack here. Not too long of a wait either. We're getting used to these 2-year waits for some of these things. This was fairly quick. I think it went up around October or so. Here it is in March in our hands. Not a bad turnaround. Hopefully those turnaround times get shortened and shortened. I think that would make a lot of collectors, myself included, pretty happy. But there it is. The 4-pack Graveyard Skeletons. What's your thoughts on this set? A pickup, a pass, long game, no game? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel and my other YouTube channel while you're at it. All kinds of content every single day. Appreciate the support. And don't forget about the big giveaway. You can win this very pack. Go to the beginning of this video, follow the rules over there, head over to my Instagram. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. Make sure you're following Jay's Toys and Games on Instagram. And then comment down below, tagging 3 people. And make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, because you'll want to be here when we give this away on the 5-year anniversary show. Going to be a big giveaway there. So I appreciate all the support. And I know Jay's does as well. Don't forget to follow me on social media as well while we're at it. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, Patreon as well. A lot going on, including a TikTok where maybe I'll try to outdance some skeletons. We'll see what happens there. But for the Graveyard Skeletons 4-pack, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?